Hey everybody, it's Dr. Gold with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. I want to welcome you to Inspired Stretch with Dr. Gold. We are going to be stretching out our bodies, relaxing our minds, bringing in some festivities. Holiday is around the corner. Can you believe it? Halloween's coming up, and then it's Thanksgiving. We have Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, a lot of different holidays. So let's enjoy, let's bring in some love right now. So I just want you to have a big, 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 big smile. And I'm so happy to be back. I did watch parties last week, but I need a little break. So I'm glad to be back now, refreshed and ready to roll. So big smile here, deep breath in. We're going to inhale. Watch my arms. We're going to exhale, reach. I'm going to inhale up, all the way up. Exhale out. Big smile. Inhale up. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. So we're going up and then down. And one more time. Good. This is that time for gratitude. What are you appreciative of today? I'm so grateful that you're tuning in. Remember, everything you do makes a difference. So every time you stretch out that body, every moment of every day, it makes a difference. So if you say, oh, I'm so busy, I have so much to do, even for a few minutes a day can matter. And you do matter. You're important. So let's just reach those arms. We're actually going to rotate now. So you see how I just did that? My palms were facing one another, and I just rotated around. Interlace those fingers. Big smile again. Rotate. And we're going to rock those hips. So don't forget to move those hips a little bit. Shake them side to side. Little circles here. Good. And the other direction. Good. We're going to open up those palms now. Open, open, open. Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch back. And we're going to move the hands in the other direction. So rotate, interlace, and rotate around. There we go. Circle in the other way. Rotate up and over. There we go. Up and over. Good. And then find those hips, and I just want you to circle them around a little bit. Circle, circle, circle. Good. It makes a difference. Oh, good. Rotating the other way. Good. And we're going to stretch out our backs today, because if you've been cramped, either slouched in a couch, so you can see your body rounding here, or if you're in front of a computer, let's work on opening and create some space between those ribs. So we're going to actually lengthen the spine, lift, lift, lift. We're going to reach forward. Now, if you have a little bench or a chair, you can relax your hands there. We're going to press one hand down and then the other. This is too low. It can be the high part of a chair or even a wall. So spread your fingers, and we're going to just rock back and forth. I'm on the heels of my feet, and then I'm going to the balls. So come a little bit out so you can see my feet. And just rocking back and forth. Good. And then we're going to hold on to our bench and just press and reach back. Feel a nice stretch in that low back. Oh, yes. Good. So my weight is in my heels. Spread your toes and bend those knees. And relax that neck. Good. We're going to place one hand down and reach the arm up. Good. Wave to your fans. Give them a big kiss. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Hello, as my niece little says, she's 17 months, hiya, hiya. And when she says, I love you, she goes, I la la. I la la. Switch to the other side. Good, let's go back and forth now, your own pace. Inhale, and then exhale. One more time. Oh, yeah. Good, reach back, hold on now, bend those knees and rock those hips side to side. A little traction in that low back. Good, we're gonna place that leg on the bench. This is really important to stretch out those hamstrings, the back of the thighs. We're gonna reach, point those toes up, feel that belly button off the hips, lift, lift, lift. Big smile here and reach forward. Stick the butt back. Feel your shoulders in line with your ears, so don't let those shoulders hunch forward. Reach them back, so roll the shoulders back. Feel the shoulder blades reaching towards one another, and so you don't overstretch the hamstring, bend the knee just a little bit. So feel that big toe reaching towards your kneecap. Feel the pinky toe reaching towards the outer part. So it's reaching up towards the knees, but the outer part of that knee. So spread all your toes, they're pointing back. Then reach, reach, reach a little bit in that knee so you don't overstretch it. Bend the knee and open. So right angles. We're creating that knee over that ankle. The knee is in line with your hip and open, open. Good. Rotate and rotate. It should feel good in that hip. Feel good in the hamstring too, because we're going to go back to that stretch. If you're able to, tap out that foot. Tap it out. Wave the foot side to side. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, that feels so good. Hamstrings. So this weekend was my husband's birthday. Happy birthday, Drew. We had a birthday party for him. And last week we've been taking some dance classes and Krav Maga. So my body's a little sore. In a good way, I've been stretching, thank God. And I said, thank God for yoga. Helps me loosen up. Okay, let's go to the other side. Okay, so remember, very important, little bend in that knee. Feel that hamstring stretching out, but push those hips back. Spread your toes and feel the toes reaching towards the knee. So really reach those toes back. Back, back, back. Feel that hamstring. This is my area that's a little tight for me, so I'm going to just tap it out. Little hiccupy. Good, and reach. So I'm reaching that belly button up. Shoulder blades are back. Feel the shoulder blades reaching towards one another. Lengthen the neck. And breathe. Inhale, smile. You can do it. And release, release. Reach that belly button towards the knee. Oh, yeah. Shake. We're going to bend that knee, so I'm going to be turning away. Open up those arms. Good. Reach forward again. Good. Bend that knee. Open up those arms. Good. And shake the body. Undo, undo. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your body. Shake your body. Have some fun with this. And we're going to do a little Kundalini spiral. So we're going to interlace those fingers, index pointing, and we're going to wrap around the body. Wrap around the body. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, rotating the other way. Good, and just reach over now. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Feel the shoulder blades reaching towards one another, arms back. Gaze up. Good, over to the other side. Gaze up. Stretch both sides of the rib cage. Feel the belly button lifting up. Relax the shoulders down, away from the ears. Good, release, release. Let's incorporate some wrist stretches. So if you've been like me where you're typing a lot, I know I've been doing a lot on Zoom, so your hands might be spasming a little bit. Really important to open up those palms. So just if you look at your palms, notice if there's a little divot right where the thumb meets kind of the center of that palm, like if it's turning like this. So what you want to do is open it. So we're going to take hold of the outer part of the thumb and just and open, open, open. And the back of the hand, just place your other thumb on the back and rotate. So wiggle those fingers, pinky is facing you. Good. Rotate, rotate. So you feel a stretch in the wrist. Shake, shake, shake. Let's do it on the other side. Turning that wrist out. Again, that pinky is facing you. Good. Wiggle those fingers. Oh, I know we said be happy. That doesn't make me so happy, but it's good for those wrists. I'll stretch it out. And if you're massaging the area, I'd like you to start massaging it. This is called the thenar eminence. It's a hefty muscle that gets used when we're using our thumbs, especially if we're texting quite a bit, which I know a lot of us do. So we can just massage that out, that meaty muscle, just to loosen it. So we're going from midline to the outer thumb. There we go. Let's do it on the other side too. And just notice if one side is a little more sensitive than the other, just be kind to your body. We don't want to force it. That's not good either. Shake, shake, shake. Interlace again. Rotate. Backs of the hands together and just kind of push one area down and then the other. Good. rotate to the backs of the hands, reaching towards one another, rotate around, so palms face. Backs of the hands, and then palms. Good, and we're going to do it off to the side now. Good, back to the center, and then off to the side again. Woo, shake, shake, shake. Good, we're going to do the wave. I'm going to wave to you, but we're going to do a nice big wave. So let's get some shoulder rotation in there. We're going to wave one arm all the way around, and then wave the other hand around. So wave to your friends, wave to your family, your colleagues, whoever you love, your pets. Wave to you, say hello, hello. Send out little kisses down, mwah, 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 mwah. Both arms down. Good. This is a nice stretch for that side waist and shoulders. Then we're going to just gently move that heavy curtain side to side. So do the wave side to side now. Oh, yeah. Hello, darling. Hello, darling. If you want to get a little eye stretch, let's look at those palms. Follow those hands. Good. And we're going to gently look up. Look to your right and then your left. Look up again. Down to your right and left. Nearby and then the distance. I would recommend at least a minute or so out of the hour to take a break from your screen time. They usually say a few minutes out of 45 if possible, but it's easy within the hour. Just a minute to look away and stretch out. If you can get up a few minutes out of the hour, that would be ideal to stretch out your body. It's not good to just sit for so long. And if you're able to get a standing desk, even if you're standing, you don't want to stand for prolonged periods. Nice job to just get away from that computer screen. So sometimes I'm at my desk, it's a standing desk, I'll just like shake out my legs, turn my eyes away from the screen if my screen is straight ahead. And it's a great way to rest those eyes. Let's do this now. Rub your hands together, and you can rest your eyes this way as well. Just cup the eyes with your hands. Close your eyes. Breathe. Relax those eyes. They're the only two pair we got. One of my friends is saying, our body's like a car. If we're running it, many years, it can break down if we don't take care of it. Good, gently open those eyes. Shake, shake, shake. Good job, everyone. So we're going to do a few more circles here, rotating around. Good, the other way. Good, and open up those palms. So we're going to just release, and we're going to stretch out some of those hips. So we're going to actually cross at the ankle. So bring one leg over the other. We're going to lift up, and reach up and over. So you're reaching towards the front leg. For me, my right leg is crossed over my left, and I'm leaning to my left. So I know it'll be switched for you, but you can always mirror me. Good, reach back now, inhale. Come over to the other side, so uncross and then recross in the other direction. Oh, it feels good in my hips. Open, create a nice stretch here and lean back. Good, so we're reaching all the way over to the side and then all the way back. Good. From here, we're going to shake out those legs. I'm going to do a little balance. Remember, you have the bench if you need it. We're going to take hold of the foot. So you can either just step it back, reach it on the chair or a bench, or hold on to it. So we're going to roll the shoulder back, lean forward, keep that knee in line with the other knee. So king dancer pose, and reach, 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 gaze up. Yeah, take a nice deep breath in, release, and then go to the other side. You're going to hold on to that foot. So press the foot into the hand. We're going to just gently, in one plane, reach that knee back and extend the arm out. Good. Keep breathing. You can do this. Do what you can do. Remember, everybody is different. We have unique bodies, but every body can do yoga. You may just need to modify. And if that didn't feel good, you can just step it back. You may need to cross your legs while you're sitting. That's okay. You modify, you adjust as you need to. Nice thing is your body can adapt to the poses, you can adjust. And the nice thing is yoga is very accommodating. It'll listen to your body. So if you need to stretch or do something a different way, that'll work too. So we're going to cross the foot over the knee. You remember you can do this sitting as well. So I'm actually pressing the thigh up into my ankle. I'm going to sit back. My weight is in my heel, and I'm going to sit back. So from a side view, sitting my tush back and reaching, lifting my chest up with a big smile here. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stay in the pose, stay in the pose. And then I'm going to twist towards my bent knee. Good. Breathe here, breathe here. Feel a nice stretch in that outer hip. So that standing leg, I'm feeling a stretch in that outer hip here. Oh, it feels good. Come back up. Oh, if you get a little wobbly, that's okay. You may wobble out and then go back into the pose. We're going to switch sides now. So other leg over the knee. Actually, I'm doing the same leg. Gotta get my rights and lefts. There we go. Sit back. Good. Remember that standing leg. We're in the heel and ball of the foot, and then gently turn towards the bent knee. Good. Big smile. Relax your shoulders down. Lift the chest. Balance pose. Very good for stability. Builds leg strength. It also helps reduce risk for falls. We do not want you falling as we grow older or younger. So remember, you can always be young forever in your brain. My sister sent me a little poster. She goes, we're going to grow older, but you can be immature forever and kid-like or playful. So just having fun is key. So back to the hands again together. Rotate them around. Back to the hands. Palms up. Good, let's do that one more time. So in slow motion, back to the hands together. I rotate my fingers down. Palms up. Back to the hands. Good. And shake. We are going to be coming to Shavasana. Can you believe it? Time does fly. So we can either sit down into a chair or you can come down to the floor. We're going to go into Utkatasana, or chair pose. So we're sitting into our chair, sit into our chair, and then we're gently coming down. So if you can go to a squat, go ahead. Otherwise, come straight to the floor. I'm going to open up those knees. So I want you to gently place the triceps in between the knees and open, open, open. Create some space. Good. And if you're able to, we are going to come into crow pose or bikasana. So I'm going to show it to you from the front. The most important part is do what you can. So if you're like, never tell yourself you can't do something, because how likely will you be able to do it? And the other part is believe in you. I do believe in you. So let me give you a little thing. Hopefully this is not flipped, but I love challenges. And again, I love challenges. I want you to love challenges. And if you don't, it's okay. Just start to. Just say, I love challenges, because you are amazing. Imagine you kept saying, I love challenges over and over. And then what about the other part? I am limitless. I am limitless. And you are. The abilities within your body, they've studied this, are incredible. At any age, your body can get stronger. We can grow. We can learn. We just have to practice. So again, if you don't master this today, you don't get it today, that's okay. Just keep trying. The most important part is you show up, you do something. So do what you can do today. You may, again, just be rocking forward. If you're able to just lift up one foot and then just lift up the other. What I'm doing is creating a seal between the upper arm and the inner knee. So they lock, they press into one another. And then from that, I'm actually lifting up. So I'm not going down, I'm lifting up. So from there, I actually lift up one leg, keep pressing, pressing, and then lift up the other leg. When you can do both of those legs, you're just flying, you're actually building upper body strength. If you don't have that yet, just work on building some strength using this pose. The nice thing with yoga, it can build your upper body strength and get you stronger so you feel better. Helps you get off the floor, helps you get out of a car, helps you do many things, open a lid of a jar. So I'm going to come down to the floor now. Oh, yes, you can press pause if you want to keep practicing Bikasana or crow pose. Whatever works for you. So important now, we are going to smile and release, have some fun. Okay. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to our Shavasana. That may be lying down for you, which is fine. I'm going to stay seated. You may be sitting in a chair or standing if you prefer. Let's take a nice deep breath. Lift up the belly. This is that time for reflection, time for you. So often during the day, I have many moms who tell me, one mom I'm thinking in particular, I'll call her Marcy, one of my patients. She said, Dr. Gold, I have 4 kids. 2 of them are teenagers, and I am running around with them to, especially prior to pre-COVID, to their soccer practice, to get them to various different events or hanging out with their friends. She's basically playing mommy chauffeur, and she was just tired. And she's like, yeah, they're teenagers, but they didn't get their driver's license yet, which she's hoping. But then she was worried once they get their driver's license, But the idea is, in the end, we can't control everything, but we can teach our kids to be good citizens, good people. Oh, on a side note on that, remember to vote. Please go out and vote. So, so important. Not going to go, this is not about politics here, but just remember to vote. You have that right. Definitely access it and use that right. But for Marcy, she was all about finding some peace. She was just so tired. And she said, Dr. Gold, I went to the doctor, another doctor before I saw you, and all my labs, he said, I'm fine. All my labs are normal, but I feel lousy. What the heck do I do? So remember, even with normal labs, they're just to prevent major deficiencies. A lot of those labs, like vitamin D, for example, it can be 30 to 100. So you can be 31, but it's definitely not optimal. They're not optimal values, generally speaking. So for you to find out what that is, a lot of times an integrative or a holistic medical doctor can help. Yes, I am an integrative physician. There are many great ones out there. And depending on where you live, I do see people virtually as well. But the idea is finding someone that resonates with you, that you can speak to, that listens to you, sees you as a person, not a number, and doesn't rush you. I really feel like this is a team effort, and we need to work to be heard. It's not veterinarian medicine where I'm godlike and say this is what you do and you do it, but I want you to understand what you're doing, empowering my patients so they can get well. So with Marcy, we actually got her hormones checked because they were all over the place. We got them balanced, and if testosterone is really low, you are going to feel like caca. You're not going to feel good. She felt crappy because her energy and her cortisol levels were off. Like some of them are very high, and we just needed to adjust with something called an adrenal adaptogen. It supports the adrenal glands, supports her fight or flight mechanism because she was always on the go and in a rush. We actually helped her. So if you're like, I gotta get to work, let's take a moment. Let's go to Shavasana. Meditation helps this as well to lower that cortisol, relax the body, balance your hormones. So you can do this naturally. That can take longer. The supplements can help, and there's non-hormonal supplements for some patients who are not interested. She wanted the hormones, so we did get her on. There's bioidentical hormones, which are exact to your own body production, which is great. And the progesterone, for example, is made out of yams. So pretty benign in a good way. There is progestins, which are not. So you do have to be cautious on where you're getting your hormones and where they're coming, their sources. So if it's bioidentical, meaning identical to your body or not. So anyway, we got her on the hormones. She started meditating, saying no to things. Yes, the kids can go to some things, but there are sometimes they had their friends pick them up, so she wasn't running around all the time. And she took a day off for herself, which you might say, crazy, 4 kids, there's no way. There is a way. If you have an open family meeting and you tell them you're, need a break, doctor's orders, Dr. Gold's orders. And she did. And I thank God. It took a few months, but she's moving in the right direction, feeling a lot better. That's the important part, and she's happy. So I want you to be happy. I want you to live your life. We only have one life to live that I know of, and it's really, really important that we take the time for ourselves. This morning may be your time. If you can do an hour of power with some reading or reflection or a nice walk after this, it's golden. Golden opportunity. No pun intended. Okay, let's take another nice deep breath in. Let go here. See if you can grow a little bit taller, feeling the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Let your sit bones melt into the floor. Relax your fingertips. You can have palms up for receptivity. If there's something you're working through right now, this is that time to ask. Remember, nothing comes to you unless we ask for it, unless we're open or receptive. Many times people tell me they're so busy they don't have enough time. Well, again, I ask, if you say that over and over, I do not have enough time, will you? And is it not true? We all get 24 hours a day. That's the one thing that's set around everything. There's a lot of injustices and things that are not fair, but the time, everybody gets the same amount. So the question is, how are you using that time? How are you prioritizing? How are you organizing that time? And are you maximizing to your ability? I would say, I would guess, you can correct me if I'm wrong, if you even just allowed yourself a few minutes up early in the morning, a few minutes at the end of the day, or somewhere in between, if you're checking social media, Facebook, or anything like that where you're getting lost on things that are not useful, trivial email or spam, you might find some more time to really hone in on things that are important. Sometimes that person that's calling, you know that's going to eat up your time. You don't answer it. You can do that later, or just set healthy boundaries. Let's find another deep breath in. Another exhale, gaze up. Raise those corners of the mouth. Get a little cheesy there. Let's massage those cheeks. Gently massage the forehead, the eyebrows, the jaw. Good, and then just gently turning the neck one side, massage the side of the neck. Oh, it feels so good. Just a little pop here. The other side, gently massage. Good, massage the back of the neck. Oh, feels so good. Good, bottom lip over your top lip. So one thing I did want to mention, when you're doing this exercise, when you're strengthening that turkey neck, we want to, if you have those loose skin in the front, this can tone those muscles. You don't want to jut your neck forward. That can pull that vertebrae. You actually want to reach that chin back towards the back of the head. Then you bring your bottom lip over the top. So from a side view, I don't want to do the stretch this way. I want to tuck first, so chin towards the back of the head, ears in line with my shoulders. From that, so engage the platysmus, the front of the neck muscles, the platysmus muscles they're called. Bring the bottom lip over the top lip now. And yes, if you want to just pulse that bottom lip up, it can strengthen the muscles. One of my yoga students, she said she was in this class and now she's practicing on the road. So she said people just looking at her. It's going to look a little silly, but when you have a nice toned neck, it's just beautiful. And the other part of that is it helps reduce headaches. It helps with your posture, because remember, if this muscle's not toned, what's going to happen? You can keep jutting forward because there's no tone. When it's engaged, it's toned strong, just like your abdominal muscles, it can protect the back of your body. So tuck that chin back, reach up. So strong muscles are good, helps you feel better too, more energy. Let's take another nice deep breath in. Good, you did marvelous today. I'm so proud of you. So it's Dr. Gold's with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute, inspired stretch for Dr. Gold. We're so happy you were able to tune in. We do take requests, so please, if there's any areas you want us to work on. As you can see, I am promoting happy costumes this year. I feel like we've had enough doom and gloom with COVID and so many other things now. It's the elections and so much craziness going on in this world. So let's bring in some happiness, some joy. Instead of dressing up as vampires or villains, scary stuff, maybe we can bring in some happiness and joy. And just remember too, with the candy, is it possible, and these are my patients recommending too, ditch the candy, instead toys. Just happy toys. They're actually pretty inexpensive. You can use stickers. I spent $2 on like 100 roll of stickers. You can get balls. I think it was like $7 for 50 balls. Got that from Oriental Trading Company, and they said free shipping. So whatever works for you. Again, never tell you what to do, but just some suggestions out there. We know sugar feeds cancer. That's why if you're getting a test to find out where a tumor is in your body, they'll actually inject you with glucose, which is a sugar. type of sugar, because it will get concentrated where the sugar will get concentrated where the tumor is. So be mindful, sugar is an anti-nutrient. It does not benefit the body, as you know. It does lower the immune system, so it can raise your risk for having comorbidities, including diabetes. And we know diabetics can be at higher risk for problems, complications from COVID, from any actual infection. So God forbid, if you have diabetes, you're at higher risk for cancers, heart disease, stroke, problems with your eyesight, going blind, neuropathy or nerve damage. So not a good thing. I know it tastes good. I know it's so hard. Don't get me wrong. I have that craving. What I did to help this, and I'm still working, it's a process. I'm not going to say it's easy, but you can do it. I believe in you and believe in yourself. I am limitless. Say this after me. I am limitless. I love challenges. So what I did is a cleanse, and if you want some details on that, just let me know. I'll give some more information. But I did a cleanse, and there are cleanses that you can get from your doctor. Make sure they're either integrative, holistic, or just educated in some healthy cleanses. And then the other part I did is more protein, but healthy protein. So I do eat meat. I do the 100% grass-fed meat, and I do have some dairy, but I do it from Pam Lum's farm. I get the unpasteurized goat's milk, and I've been okay with that. I just find if I eat conventional dairy, my eye flares. I just feel bloated and sick. They do feed those animals a lot of hormones. If they're conventional animals, they're getting grain-fed most likely versus what they normally eat out in pasture. You want them out in the open, grazing and happy, rather than cooped up. So really important to pay attention, see if you're getting something local, visit the farm, see how the animals are treated. Obviously, towards the slaughter is not a great part of how they're living, but the end, at least their living part, is they're living like how they're supposed to, out in the open, getting the pasture raised or the grass and stuff versus grain. The grain just makes them more fatty and a little more unhealthy. And sometimes they give them their own feed, which is animal products. So, and if they're in cooped up quarters, you can understand there might be feces and other stuff in there, which can get pretty gross. So they're eating that stuff. So let's take another nice deep breath in. Let's bring in pleasantries, happiness, joy. Remember, your health is your own. You own that. Don't own any disease, but own health, and bring your life to the way you want to live it, not what somebody else tells you to do, what you want to do. So live optimally. Have a beautiful day, and I'm so glad you tuned in. Have a great day. Again, it's Dr. Gold with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. Thank you for joining Inspired Stretch.